All right, today we are diving deep into one of the most incredible, mind-boggling systems inside the human body. We're talking about blood, but not just as, some red liquid. We're going to look at it as the bustling, complex, life-sustaining river that flows within every single one of us.
Just look at this. It might seem like something from another planet, but this is happening inside you, right this second. This is the busy, microscopic highway of cells that's keeping every single part of you alive and connected. It's amazing.
You can really think of blood as the ultimate delivery and waste removal service. I mean, every single one of your trillions of cells is depending on it to bring in the good stuff like oxygen and nutrients, and then to haul away all the waste like carbon dioxide.
Okay, so let's get into it. What does blood actually do for us every moment of every day? Well, it all really boils down to three absolutely critical jobs. It is a true multitasking marvel.
And here they are. First up, transportation. That's the delivery service we were just talking about. Then you've got regulation, which is kind of like your body's internal climate control system. And third, protection. This is your personal mobile security force, always on patrol.
And the scope of these jobs is just vast. For transportation, we're talking about moving oxygen, nutrients, and hormones all over the place while taking out the trash. For regulation, blood is meticulously managing your body's pH balance and temperature. And under protection, it's fighting off diseases and forming clots to stop you from bleeding out. It's doing all of this all at once.
And get this, we're not talking about some tiny fraction of your body. This incredibly hard-working fluid makes up a whopping 8% of your total body weight.
To help you picture that, the average adult male has between 5 and 6 liters of blood. That's enough to fill 5 or 6 of those big reusable water bottles. So yeah, it's a significant amount of this vital river flowing through you.
So, we know how much of it there is, but what is this river actually made of? We've seen the big picture, now it's time to zoom way in and see what's inside a single drop.
I mean, what are the components that let blood do all these amazing things? What's actually floating around in there to get the job done?
Well, it's basically split into two major parts. About 55% of your blood is this yellowish liquid called plasma. The other 45% is made up of what scientists call formed elements, and that's where things get really interesting, because that's where we find the cells. Let's go back to our river analogy. The plasma is the water itself, the liquid matrix that carries everything along. It's mostly water, sure, but it's also jam-packed with proteins and nutrients. The formed elements? Well, they're like the boats on the river, the cellular crew doing all the heavy lifting. Okay, so let's talk about those boats. It's time to meet the stars of the show, the key players, the cells that are out there making everything happen. And here they are, the whole crew. Think of them as three specialized teams. You've got your leukocytes, the white blood cells. These are your body's security force, always on the hunt for invaders. Then there are the platelets, basically the emergency repair crew that rushes in to plug any leaks. And finally, the most numerous cells by far, the erythrocytes. These are the red blood cells, the tireless cargo fleet with one critical mission: delivering oxygen. Now, all of those are super important, but for today, we're going to zero in on the big one, the erythrocyte, the red blood cell. Its entire mission is to carry the oxygen that literally fuels everything you think and do.
But that leads to a really cool question, right? How does one simple cell manage to grab onto a molecule of oxygen in your lungs and then not let go until it gets to, say, a muscle cell in your leg? What's the secret sauce?
Well, the secret is this tiny, absolutely brilliant piece of biological engineering. The engine inside every single red blood cell is a molecule called heme. This is what makes breathing and living possible. So what is heme? Okay, picture this organic, ring-shaped molecule. What makes it so special is that its structure is perfectly designed to act like a little cargo holder, a host, for one single precious atom of iron right in the middle. And it gets even cooler when you see how it's built. The heme molecule itself is put together from even smaller building blocks. It's made from 4 of these little pentagon-shaped molecules called pyrrole rings, and they all link up to create that perfect structure for holding on to iron. And this, right here, is the punchline. This is what it all comes down to. The entire, mind-bogglingly complex system of breathing and delivering oxygen boils down to this one fundamental interaction. The heme molecule holds the iron, and it's the iron atom that physically grabs onto the oxygen. That's the whole secret. So think about the trip we just took. We went from this massive, body-wide river of life, all the way down to the different cells floating inside it. We zoomed into a single red blood cell, and we ended up at the single atom of iron that makes everything possible.